Okay, so I hope everybody enjoyed Dragon Ball Super Broly because we are on to the very next arc in Dragon Ball Super. And it's going to be all to do with this guy. This guy's name is Moro. I covered him a little bit previously about a month ago. There's still a lot of stuff to talk about with Dragon Ball Super Broly, but for right now, this is the legitimate continuation of the Dragon Ball storyline. And if Dragon Ball Super ever comes back as a TV show, it will be following this storyline, so keep up to date with it month by month. After Dragon Ball Super Broly, Goku and Vegeta get asked to join the Galactic Patrol and hunt down Moro. Planet Eater Moro, who has been imprisoned for 10 million years and is one of the oldest characters in this universe. Now, why should you care about this goat? He looks old and his beard is grey. Well, I think as this story develops and gets really fleshed out, Moro might become one of the most popular characters Dragon Ball has ever seen. I'm being dead serious. Honestly, what this guy does and how he gains his power is so sadistic and it's so evil. What he does, or I should say what he used to do 10 million years ago, he absorbs the power from planets. I guess you could kind of look at it like what Cell did to the humans when you saw First Form Cell going around absorbing all those humans with his tail, sucking the life energy out of them. Moro can do that, but with entire planets, so it's on a whole other scale, and that's how he became so powerful. But it's been 10 million years and he's been locked away and most of his power's all gone. So he wants to use the Namekian Dragon Balls to regain his power, regain his youth, and pretty much become a beast again. You see him, first glance you look at him, you think he's this old worn out character with this hunch over his back, but then he takes his clothes off and you can see he's actually really skinny. Goku and Vegeta actually confront him in this chapter, and he is not very strong at all. Once he transforms, Vegeta is physically a lot stronger than him, but that's the thing with this new villain. He is not a physically dominant character. You can tell if you look at his fingers, they're all long and crusty, and the way this guy fights is with magic. That's something that we haven't seen in Dragon Ball. We've seen people obviously use magic, but to fight with magic, that's something completely different. Maybe he can open up pocket dimensions and put people there for however long he wants to. Stuff like that. That's how I expect him to fight. Magic first, physical combat second. It starts out by showing Goku's reaction to Moro after sensing his power, and he says Moro isn't physically that impressive. Goku wasn't that impressed, but he felt a disturbing energy. Word for word, it was as if a whole lot of people were screaming in pain. That's what Goku says after feeling Moro's power. He's not physically very strong, but it's an ominous sign. This might be one of the most evil characters we have ever seen. Now, you skip over to Moro and you see one of Frieza's ex-soldiers from the Namek Saga helping Moro by taking him to New Namek and getting the Dragon Balls to get him his youth, his power, everything that Moro used to have. This ex-Frieza soldier is helping him out. Once Moro gets to Namek, Goku and Vegeta are already there, and when Moro sees Goku, he has the creepiest look on his face. He says this one has spectacular energy, talking about Goku. He's happy to see Goku because maybe, who knows, he could take his energy and then all of Goku's strength would become his. That's what it seems like. Out of nowhere, he flings a Namekian child right into his hand, grabs him by the neck, and plans on sucking his life energy, pretty much just eating him. But Vegeta comes in and does not let him. He kicks Moro's hand and actually saves this little Namekian kid, which is something that Vegeta from 20 years ago would never do. After Vegeta saves these Namekians, he says that I have a troubled history with these Namekians. I did them untold harm, so I cannot allow even one of them to perish. So that's why he saved that little boy. Vegeta feels bad for what he did back in the Namek Saga, that he is fighting for these people now. So Vegeta powers up and starts beating down Moro, and Moro is impressed, but is not worried. He takes this stance and he throws his clothes on the ground, and that is where the chapter ends, and we've got about 31 days until the next chapter comes out. So I mean, that's Dragon Ball Super these days. Moro is a psychopath. He's crazy. He's evil. Legitimately evil. But let me know what you think. This is the continuation after Dragon Ball Super Broly. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next Dragon Ball video.